Hello, my name is Sally Logan, and I was going to talk to you today about how I got into reflexology. Many years ago, when the children were quite small, I was working in a care home looking after the elderly, and one of the duties was to give the ladies a bath when they needed it. And what I found was that the thing that bothered them the most was the fact that they couldn't get down to cut their toenails anymore. So I said I was very happy to do that for them. It never bothered me, toes or feet, and so I just used to do it, and at least it used to relieve their anxieties. Well, fast forwarding many years, we had a computer business and we'd been in it for 14 years, and we decided it was time to make a move. And so I was looking around for what I could do next to change of direction. But I did not want to go back into an office, and so I thought, right, I find something that I can be doing from home and not full time, just, to please myself. And so I thought about chiropody because my mind had gone back to the time when I was cutting toenails, and I thought, well, it had been so valuable to those ladies in those days, and I thought, well, maybe I could make an occupation of it and help a few people. Anyway, I sent for the information from the Telegraph. They advertise home courses where you do most of your work at home, but you obviously go into a college or something to do the practical work now and again. The package arrived and I eagerly opened it and started reading, and then saw the diseases of the feet and the toes and things that you would have to deal with, and the instruments of torture that you would have to use in order to deal with these things. And I thought, no, this is not the way I want to go. I'd had enough stress for the last 14 years that I did not want to have any more. So it was back to the drawing board and think of something else. One day I was having a look through the books in the bookshop on things to do, basically, jobs and things you could do for yourself. And I noticed a book on reflexology, and I thought, now I've had a reflexology session from a neighbour who was training, and it was quite interesting. He was able to detect that my neck had issues, which it would do after 14 years in front of a computer. And so I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll have a look. And I started reading the page and I thought, yes, this is very interesting because, again, it's working with the feet, but there are no instruments and it's a very basically gentle process. And the book was indicating that you could actually teach yourself. So I thought, right, buy the book, and started reading. Short while after that, my son Tim rang and said, oh, Mum, I said, just had a most amazing experience. I've had a reflexology session from a friend who's just returned from Malaysia where she'd done a course. And I said, that is so interesting because I'm reading a book on reflexology and thinking that maybe that's the way I should go when I finish work. And he said, yep, I definitely think you should. And so I thought, right, I'll carry on reading and see what I can do. Anyway, the next thing that happened was there was an advert in the local newspaper for a course that was starting at the end of the year, and they were looking for applicants, and I thought, right. So I rang them up, got an interview, and got accepted on the course. And as it turned out, it worked out really well because the classroom work was done at the weekends. The rest of the time you did, learnt your anatomy and your physiology and did your home case studies. And so I was able to carry on with my job, go for the weekend courses, and do my case studies at home in the evenings. So that worked out really well. And a year later, in the February of 1996, I qualified as a reflexologist, and then we left our work at the end of February, and I was all set to go. 16 years later, I've built up a really thriving business and thoroughly enjoying myself still, have helped many people. It's been very satisfying and something that I would recommend everybody try at least once, because it does make a difference. It can, I don't know, just your whole well-being improves when you start having reflexology. Anyway, until another time, next time, it's Sally, and I'll perhaps talk to you again soon. Bye for now.